Hey everybody, this is Muffin with the Daily Biker Podcast. Just here to let y'all know the opinions and ideas expressed in this show are those of the hosts and their guests, not to be confused with their partners and sponsors. Now, let's get it on.
Hey guys, this is Sean from the Bikes and Beards YouTube channel, and you guys are listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You're gonna love it.
Regarding charging some people or for donations?
Certain people, not Ty.
No,
Sean.
not that. But I mean, just like
I'm sure they can hear this wrapper opening because it's right in front of the microphone. I'm a genius. Sorry, people. I gotta get my Reese's candy bar.
oh goodness. Keep that away from the dogs.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. Well, Bo, where you going?
Right to it.
Right. Yeah, because he wants
Nope. Keep walking. All right, it's going up here then.
There you go.
He's looking at it. He's looking for it.
That's some crap.
That's what I thought. Anyways. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Daily Biker Podcast. My name is Marcus. I am your clueless leader. And today we are going to go on a learning journey. And there is a stack of paperwork right in front of me.
Yep.
That's an interesting title to that article.
That is an interesting title.
So today I have with me Miss Muffin.
Howdy, y'all.
And I also have Daniel.
Hey there. You sound so disappointed.
Sounds so thrilled.
I'm always so thrilled to be with Daniel.
Mm-hmm. That's what
So-
it sounds like.
Yeah.
Today we've had a little hiatus from our engine breakdown episode.
Yes.
But today we're getting back to that. We are going into V-twins. Daniel, this is your cup of tea.
You say that, but
Well, I don't literally mean like that's your thing. I mean, you've done all the research.
I have done quite a bit of research.
Okay, so start us out.
In the beginning. I have a question for you. What do you think was the first production V-twin motorcycle?
I'm glad you asked right when I get ready to take a bite of it.
Yeah, well, that sounds
That's
like
how
a
it
bad
goes.
choice.
It's like that's how servers in restaurants do it. They wait,
Right?
wait for your mouth to be full, then they come up and go, "How's everything going?"
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you need anything? Yes, but
There's a,
help me.
First V-twin production.
In a motorcycle, not just a V-twin engine.
1899.
Nope. Later than that, actually. 1901 was the first production motorcycle
So
with a V-twin.
Indians, quote unquote, first year.
Indian's first year with a production motorcycle was 1904.
Then why does the Indian claim to be from 1901?
Because Indian existed, they were making single cylinders.
Oh,
But their first V-twin was 1904. It was a 26 cubic inch, 42 degree V-twin.
so who did it in 1901?
France, with the
America La France.
Yeah. Le Universal,
The Universal.
the Universal Motorcycles. French
So-
company. That was the name of the company, Universal Motorcycles. And they had a 90 degree V-twin. I could not get the CC size for whatever reason. It's just not like that information's not there because I mean obviously you're talking 120 years ago, but it made 4 horsepower.
It's crazy to me, though, that's an L twin. Because I don't know a whole lot about L twins, but they're hard to, like,
So that is
that
actually
configuration is hard on the engine,
yes.
from what I understand.
But, however, because I did a little bit of, because in diving into V-twins, I know nothing about V-twins, so this was all kind of new to me to begin with. 90 degree V-twins is the easiest V-twin to make.
I could say that.
So, like 90 degrees. Obviously, everybody that has a protractor can do 90 degrees. And it's also the easiest one to do different carburetor setups because you have that wide space in the middle.
Yeah.
also have a lot of cooling area too, because most of the motorcycles in the early part of the night, well, I mean, hell, up until the 80s, and now with Harleys, were air cooled. So you had a wide gap, air cooled. You could do a lot with it, and that's why 90 degrees. But they go back and forth. Most of them run between 45 and 90 degrees. Now you'll find some, I did find some that were kind of like outside of that range. But for the most part, you're going to find V-twins in a configuration of 45 degree to 90 degree. 45 degree is the most ideal range. Actually, it's not the most ideal range. Less than 45 degrees is the most ideal range. A parallel twin is the most ideal range for a V-twin engine. It's the most efficient, and it has the best balance.
Okay.
Once you start moving the cylinders apart, the further apart that they go, you start having counteracting forces. And if they're at certain angles, they don't the stroke on one, if you think the stroke's going on one and it's pulling in on the other, depending on how big the bore size is, you start to get weird balance issues with engine vibration, which you people like, but most people don't.
So, I don't know if you've learned this. That vibration is not necessarily because of off balance.
Well, no, it's not off balance.
It's because there's an extra stroke in the engine.
Yes.
So, and a lot of your V-twins, people don't realize, have an extra stroke because the rotation that the crankshaft has to make.
So, 90 degree, the typical firing interval is 270 degrees for the back cylinder and 450 degrees for the front cylinder. Okay. So, the rear cylinder does a 3/4 rotation to the front cylinder's 1 1/4 rotation.
Right.
And that's 90 degrees.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, that extra stroke.
Yeah. But 45 degree V-twins, which is what the M8 Harley is, has a closer ratio where it's 315 degrees to 405. So you get it closer so you don't have that
I think the
as off balance feel with the engine.
I think the Rev Max is 270 to 405.
Which
I think the Rev Max is 60 degree.
Which would make, I mean, like, the closer you get them together, like I said, that's the ideal.
I don't know. I might be off on that Rev Max.
They balance better.
I've watched so many videos of the Rev Max. I can't even keep track anymore.
Yeah.
Well,
but no, you can't eat that, Bo. It's not for you. So, all right.
He's going to try and eat the phone.
Well, there was a piece of your Reese's right there.
Yeah.
He got it. It's gone.
It's not enough.
Yeah, you can't tell that they're staring at you wanting more.
Well, the upside, it's milk chocolate.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Yeah,
Bo's a big dog. All right. So, what was the first U.S. V-twin?
I'm about to be attacked.
Oh, you got to stop eating.
Oh, go on.
Hey, go lay down.
All right.
First U.S. V-twin.
First U.S. V-twin. The Indian.
Nope.
Harley.
Nope. It was a Curtiss Hercules in 1903. Was production.
Never heard of him.
Curtiss Hercules. It was a 50-degree, 1,000 cc V-twin. And in 1903, it set a land speed record for a motorcycle.
These are some huge engines that we're learning about in the early days.
Well, and, you know, it's something that a lot of people talk about with, like, old muscle cars. It's like, oh, it has a 454 and it made 150 horsepower. Like, it's kind of that same thing. I couldn't get a horsepower number for that one. It wasn't readily available, and the amount of research that I did, I didn't want to spend the time trying to find it. So it set the land speed record in 1903 for a motorcycle of a whopping 64 miles an hour.
Whoa!
A 1,000 cc V-twin, 64 miles an hour.
Here's the thing, though.
That's impressive.
1903. Possibly the only thing that's ever been faster than that was man-made was a steam engine.
Yeah, probably. Or about that same speed. Which is
Like,
crazy to
I'm
think
not
about.
sure. There might have been,
Yeah.
a car,
I don't know.
but you weren't going and buying it.
Yeah.
Well, that time period, you did have some of that stuff that people were still doing, even at that time, where they were like, because you had those French auto manufacturers that were building like these. They were already making like 12-cylinder cars and stuff in like 1900.
True. That is true. But I mean, even at that point though, like they weren't made. Nobody was really making things for speed.
Well, the thing about it,
Truly,
at that period of time,
I mean, look, the car, as we know it, was only invented 10 years before that.
Well, at that period of time, I mean, literally, like your salt flats would have been your smoothest, longest surface to do that.
So then your favorite company in the world, Indian, comes into play.
Okay.
In 1904 with their first V-twin.
God save the queen.
Yeah. It was a 26 cubic inch, 426 cc, 42 degree V-twin. They developed the engine in 1904 and started putting it into production in 1907, 1909.
Okay.
And they apparently... was that for that one? I think they only made 27 of the bikes.
Okay.
Then you have Harley with their first prototype V-twin production bike.
Silent Grey Fellow.
Sure. I didn't pull a name. I was looking at engines. I didn't get names for everything.
I think a lot of bikes back then, the names were more of nicknames.
I think you're right. So they came out with a 54 cubic inch and 880 cc V-twin, 45 degree.
Almost a Sportster.
Almost a Sportster. That made a whopping 7 horsepower.
Okay.
And
right now I'm just thinking like, it's an 8.5 liter Cadillac with 134 horsepower.
Yeah. So that was their prototype, and it was a production bike. So they developed it in 1907. They put it into production in 1909, and it was actually belt drive at that time too.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of belt.
Yeah, which was kind of interesting. Most of the motorcycles at that time were chain because chains were. Would you? Yes, I know. So they put it into production in 1909, and then they, that was essentially an F-head. That was your F-head motorcycle, which was 2 of the F-head singles that shared a crank at that time.
Yes.
And let's see. I've got like 3 different sheets here with different dates and everything on it. Okay, so 1911 to 1929.
Good year.
They went to a twin carb setup for the F-head. It's still the same engine. They just did a twin carb, and it seemed to run a little bit better. It was a little bit more popular.
Yeah, but at some point in time, they got rid of 2 carbs and went back to 1.
Yeah. All right. How many Harleys were produced in 1905?
What kind of question is this? How many Harleys were produced in 1925?
1905.
1905. I don't know why this is a question.
Trivia. We're playing trivia.
You told me to just pull some random facts, too.
So
this is what you get.
Right?
85.
12.
Oh, 12.
I was close.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
1906, they went to 60 or 50. 1907, they started making police motorcycles, which was kind of neat, which were based on the F-head V-twin.
I'm assuming for like probably Milwaukee Police Department.
Yeah, it was like local deal. And then in 1914, so we're talking about another 7-year period. So this is during the F-head V-twin era They jumped production quite substantially. 16,000 motorcycles for 1914.
Okay.
Then 1917, I don't know if you know, there was a war that happened.
I think I heard about the movie.
Yeah. 20,000 motorcycles made for World War One that Harley Davidson made to be shipped overseas.
Okay.
Which was significantly more than their production capabilities allowed them to do, but that's what the government bought. 1922, they still use the F-head. They went down in size, though, to an 812cc. And then they went up in size in 23 to a 1212cc. 45-degree V-twin. All right, what's the stuff, Harley? No, that's Japanese cruiser. You don't want to hear about that yet. Or, haha, I can just give you this, and that's got all the random crap on it.
Ooh, the random
That's that's all the Harley engines. Literally a list of Harley engines.
The 1909 Atmospheric V-twin.
Atmospheric.
And then, obviously, Indian, who is Harley's biggest competitor. They had the Scout and the Chief in the 1920s. Both of those had 606 cc 42-degree V-twins. They jumped those up to 745 cc's in 1927. And then Indian went bankrupt.
Oh.
And were purchased by DuPont. So DuPont, DuPont used to make cars as well.
I did not
as
know
well
that.
as it's the same DuPont that we know today. And they merged.
That makes common household cleaners.
Yes.
Yeah. I never knew they made cars.
Yep.
Interesting.
Here's I had another Harley page. I don't know where it disappeared to.
I got a lot of paperwork to do.
Yeah, I've got a lot of paperwork. Like, trust me, I spent time at work today doing a lot of this. But, Marcus, you can read from the Harley engine designs there if you feel so inclined.
Well, no, I'm just... right here, it's the page I'm on. It just says in 1953, while Harley Davidson was celebrating its 50th anniversary, Indian ceased production. I just want to put that out there for all those people that go, they're such an old company.
Indian ceased production like 4 times.
Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah.
Indian has ceased production in this century.
Yes,
That's
they
true.
have.
Yeah.
Did you find that in your research?
Yeah. Well, because they got repurchased in like 2001, and then they got purchased again in 2015 or 2014 by Polaris.
I thought it was before that.
No, 2014 is when Polaris acquired them, but before that they were owned by another company.
Janus.
Janus. All right. Smallest V-twin ever in production.
Ooh.
Production motorcycle.
125.
It is a 125.
Suzuki?
It's a Yamaha. Yamaha Virago 125.
That's what it was with Virago. I was thinking, so Suzuki had, Suzuki's was a parallel 125. They had like I think it was a parallel. It could have been a single, but it was called a GZ 125.
Yeah.
But I forgot about the Virago.
So Honda did make a 125 as well in their like a VTX line, but that was not for U.S. markets.
Yeah.
The Virago was the most readily available.
Hey, in case I don't know if you found it, you know they made a V-Star 250.
Yes. I did find that. Actually, I have a V-Star page because V-Star is Yamaha's most prevalent V-twin style motorcycle.
I was so hoping you were going to say it's their most popular motorcycle.
That would actually be really funny. Go find it.
Okay, so we're in the 20s. The Depression hits.
Yeah.
How many companies die?
Pretty much every single mom and pop company except for Indian and Harley. And Indian died as well.
Well,
but they got bought back.
Not in the Great Depression. Or is that what you were saying? That was that time period?
Yes, when they got bought out by DuPont.
Yeah.
That was in 1930.
Okay.
So they died during the Depression. They just couldn't keep up. Harley Davidson, at one time, was the only existing major U.S. motorcycle manufacturer. Now, there were a lot of other ones that existed during that period. Excelsior made motorcycles. They're Hamilton.
Excelsior has a cool logo.
They do.
Like
they
it's
do.
the E, giant X, and then the rest of the word.
But so my information is scattered at best. Then it goes into the 40s with Vincent with their Black Shadow, one of the most famous motorcycles. Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that was a V-twin.
It was a air-cooled 998cc V-twin. And at the time, in 1948, I believe, I have written here 1948 to 1955, and I think that was the period of the Shadow, the Black Shadow. It did 100...
That's still blowing my mind. Can we look at a picture of a Black Shadow real quick?
Yeah. So that was the world's fastest motorcycle at that time.
Yeah, and it's still one of the world's most expensive motorcycles, too. But I so didn't realize they were V-twins. I just keep picturing a parallel.
Mm-mm. The way the exhausts come out, though, make it look like it's a...
Holy crap.
Yes. So, Bruff Superior also used V-twins.
Is it Bruff or Bra?
Bra. No, it's Bruff. But, yeah. And then near the end...
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they're...
Dude, those, I mean, I don't know what they are now. At one point in time, those things were like between $250,000 to $500,000.
They're, I mean, you're talking... If you find an original Black Shadow, you're probably talking about $500,000 to $750,000.
Ooh.
They also made a Red Shadow.
Yep, and a silver.
And a Silver Shadow. And those are even more expensive. You're talking $1 million a piece.
Well, so here's the thing about it. They're all three the exact same motorcycle.
Mm-hmm. I was about to say, what's the difference in them?
You want me to tell you? The black one
is black.
Is black. The red one
is red.
And the silver one?
Silver. That's the only difference in color?
Bingo. Yeah, that's it.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, like some different pinstriping and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, little minor details, but the engine's the same, frame's the same.
Huh.
Like the bodywork is the exact same, just different colors.
Oh, okay.
Just like Harley.
Well, see, back then it was easier to paint them black.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The red is the most rarest one.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think they made like 8 red shadows.
I think I think there's like a couple hundred silver ones, and then like a couple thousand black ones.
Yeah.
But the thing was, 20 years after that, most of them were dead and gone. So.
But at the time, you're thinking, 1940s, 1950s, that's the world's fastest motorcycle. Like, that'd be like...
Riding the cobblestone streets in London.
Yeah. Well, could you imagine, I mean, that's going and buying a Vincent Black Shadow in the early 50s would be the equivalent of going down to Honda and buying a CBR 1000 RR SPR XYZ super race motorcycle. Like, that's two. Yeah.
Two.
And I mean, something that's just unheard of because it did 125 miles an hour in 1948.
Wow. See, that's,
And then,
so, your example, close, but I can actually say it in a way that all three of us can, and many of our listeners can immediately relate.
The M109R?
Nope.
Oh, gosh.
This is a legitimate. This is not a jab at anybody. This is legit. Hayabusa 99.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
you just went top of the peak.
Yeah, they dropped the Hayabusa, and all of a sudden we're talking about a 200 plus mile an hour motorcycle.
Yep.
Like right out of the box.
Yeah. Yeah, buy it off the showroom floor and then literally take it down the interstate.
Yeah.
But then the next year in 54, I believe it was 54, the Black Lightning, which was another air-cooled V-twin from Vincent, went 150 miles an hour.
What?
With 70 horsepower.
What?
Yeah.
How long did it take him?
4 days. No, I don't know.
3 hours later.
I mean, I can imagine that's probably the amount of time it took. But holy
It took
crap.
him the entire salt flat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what else happened in the mid 40s, early 50s? Japan made their first V-twin.
I was thinking something different when you said Japan. I was like,
I know there was a
down
war.
that route.
I know there was a war, I believe.
Yeah, there was a couple bombs.
We're not going to talk about that. So Japan actually made their first V-twin, and it was based on the Harley-Davidson side valve F-head. Because Harley-Davidson sold Riku. I believe that's how it's pronounced, and I'm probably wrong. It's Rikuo. Rico.
Rico's something different.
Yeah. And they produced that bike for a long time. Up until 57. And that was used for their police motorcycles in Japan.
I wonder why.
They never brought them to the United States, though. They're extremely rare here in the United States. From the people that I've tried to get information from.
Which would be?
The internet.
The interwebs.
The interwebs. Okay, that's all Harley stuff.
What's wrong with that? You say it like that. Oh, that's all Harley stuff.
So, I figured my resident Harley guy in the room would be able to fill in the blanks on some of the Harley stuff.
What do you want to know?
Well, as we've talked about on the podcast before, Harley-Davidson also debuted a motorcycle in the early 50s.
Yep.
That is still in production today.
Yep. Technically, they had the bike before that. They just didn't call it the Sportster. Then it came on. Do you want me to go down that route real quick?
Well, let's take a...
Have we went down that route before?
I don't think we have.
Okay, so in 1957, Harley-Davidson debuted the Sportster. So a lot of people feel that the Sportster is a direct attack at that Japanese domestic motorcycle market. They built, the Honda CBs, Suzuki GSs, or GZs?
GS. Suzuki had the GS.
Suzuki GS, the Yamaha RDs, and whatever the other one was that they did. But everybody thought that or a lot of people think that the Sportster is a direct result because of the Japanese doing that. But Daniel, as you recently found out,
it was not.
It was not. Harley Davidson was making that mid range, if you want to call it that, bike that was a smaller, lightweight bike to rip around.
What the Sportster was really a competitor with, I know you're going to hate this, is the Indian Scout.
Yeah.
The Indian Scout was their sport bike because at that time, they actually have in the early 40s, they came out with a Sport Scout. Although it won the first Daytona 200 in 1937. The Indian Scout, the Sport Scout.
Well,
and it had the 35 cubic inch engine, and it was a failure. That's literally the article that I read in big bold letters. They made this motorcycle starting in 1932 with this 35 cubic inch. It was called the 3050, and it was the Scout engine on an older, smaller frame, one of their single cylinder frames. So like, oh, small frame, small motorcycle, big engine, fun. And nobody bought them.
Well, Harley, some point in time around that era, I know some information. I'm not the golden child by any means. Harley also made the Hummer.
Mm-hmm.
Did you find information on the Hummer?
Unless I wrote it down on here, I don't think I did.
So, where's the phone? Look up the Harley Hummer real quick.
Where is my phone?
Because it was, if I'm not mistaken,
It's run away.
small displacement V-twin by Harley. And I've always thought that would be, it'd be hard to bring that name back because it's been ruined by GMC.
Single cylinder.
Was it a single?
It was a single.
250 though?
125.
Really?
2-stroke 125.
They definitely need to bring it back though.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That
though?
name's been tampered though by GMC and ruined.
But
It's kind of like Kawasaki now. They're like, this is the H2, and everybody's like, you suck.
yeah, no, it's not. It is not the
It is
H2.
not.
I wish I.
H2s are yellow.
Yes. Do you know the Honda PCH was a V-twin?
Yep.
That's I for some reason I had always thought it was a
No,
A
it's a
four-cylinder.
V-twin, and so is that. So it's not the NC 700. They did one. It's another V-twin. It was a 700cc fully automatic Honda that they did right before the NC 700X, and it had like a weird name to it. And a lot of people that have been around Honda for a long time basically refer to it as the modern PC800.
Interesting. I'm trying to find it now, and I've gone. Yeah, so there it is. So Honda did actually make a 125 Shadow. They
Single?
sold no V-twin
Not
125.
American.
Not American, Europe only. But
But we're in the 60s right now, right?
my information gets a little bit spotty because I started jumping to the 80s.
Well, so the thing about it is, we have about 20 to 30 years where realistically, Harley Davidson is probably one of the only companies
Yeah.
producing V-twin motorcycles.
Yes, Indian still existed, and they. Yeah, exactly. they had. I believe I saw they went out of business after World War II.
Again?
Yes, because they started making.
Somebody needs to
Indian actually stopped making V twins after World War II. They went to vertical twins, parallels, with a couple different models. And then there's like a big gap in production because they just disappear for a while. And Harley Davidson was pretty much from the 50s to the 80s. Harley Davidson was the king of the V-twins. Nobody else was making it.
And in the 80s, the Japanese started making more traditional style cruiser motorcycles.
Yes. So, there you go. What was the first Japanese V-twin to be sold in the United States?
Oh, I was thinking what was the first Japanese motorcycle to be a big competitor for that Harley?
I mean, if you want to go to that, but I'm just talking about like the first actual V-twin.
I don't know. I can tell you what my thought would be on that other question.
Okay. What is your thought on the other question?
Virago 750.
The Virago 750 was the first Japanese.
So if you go back to the 80s, though, that was that first, traditional king queen style seat.
1981.
That kind of low slung seat with it coming up. Have you seen, though, the guys that are building Viragos into cafe racers?
I actually have, and they don't look bad because the Virago
they're dope.
The Virago is an ugly motorcycle.
Yeah.
Yes, it is dope. Though,
And they made the Virago for entirely too long.
When did they quit making it? In about 10 years from now?
Yeah. They just changed the name on it.
Yeah, to Volquero.
Well,
I'm kidding. I changed the name to KZ.
That's funny. I gotta find my Yamaha page. They made the Virago until 2005.
And I feel that is like the XR650 deal. Like it pretty much didn't really change a whole lot.
So I have I didn't go into details about each one of these because I just got there's just too much information. So from 81 to 2005 was the run of the Yamaha Virago.
Okay.
And the last Virago that they made was a 125cc. That's where the Virago dies, is 125.
It's so funny that my guess for my question was Virago 750, but the answer to the question that was different was also Virago 750.
Yes. So the Virago was made, like I said, 81 to 2005 in a 125cc, 250cc. These are all V-twins, by the way. 250, 400, 500, 535, 700, 750, 920, 1000, and 1100.
Do you really need that many different sizes?
I mean, they were through the production range, but no, you don't.
Okay, through the production range, I'll give you that. Because
So, I mean, mind you, that's
500 might jump to 535. The 700 turns into a 750.
Like
actually, it would have went down because the 750 was first.
Yeah, the 750 was first, and they went to the 700, and then they came out with the 920, which then got upgraded to the 1000, then got upgraded to the 1100, and like the 400 got dropped in favor of the 500, the 500 got dropped in favor of the 535. Yeah, it just like
they need to bring back the Virago and just do the 400.
I actually think it would be really cool to have a small CC V-twin. I think that would be kind of neat. But you can actually still buy one. Because Yamaha still makes the V-Star 250. They started that.
You have the V-Star 250 on your page.
I do have the V-Star 250 on the page. And then Yamaha went into the regular V-Star line, which most of us are familiar with. The 650
and 1100.
650 and 1100. And that production ended in 2008, 2007.
Really?
Yes. It went from 97 to 2008, 2007.
Huh.
Well,
So they were actually...
at that point in time. Is that when they brought the bolt?
Well, they brought the bolt in, but they also changed that 650 and 1100 to a 950 and a 1300. So like Stephanie's bike outside.
I know about the 1300. I don't think I've ever heard.
They
about
made
the
they made a V-Star 950.
I don't know. I feel like they should have kept the 650.
I actually think the 650 is a great motorcycle for what it is, and I don't understand, but they brought them out in that like.
Well, at that point in time too, if you remember, you might know it. But Yamaha was doing a hard push on customization. Like Yamaha was paying these bike builders, like big time bike builders, to build fully custom V-Stars. Yeah. And like they were doing like special star line clothing.
But you know what the V-Star, the 650 and the 1100 looked like? They looked like a Heritage Classic. They looked like a Heritage.
Shut your mouth, sir.
That's exactly what they look like.
So what's funny is when I make the joke about the Virago, it like never changed. People are like, yeah, the Softail never changed either. You are absolutely correct. But here's the thing about it. When you do something, when you build a bike and it's like, oh, cool, look, new motorcycle. 10 years later, it still looks the same. It's like,
yeah,
it's still a good bike. 20 years later, people are like, really? Okay. Maybe it's time to do some changes. 30 years later, it's like, okay, what kind of crap is this now? When you hit like that 50-year mark, you're like, it's nostalgic, dude.
Yeah.
Like it
almost like circles back around.
Yeah.
And it's not old technology anymore. It's just, oh, this is cool. This is like from my childhood.
Yeah.
Well, when you have a production range of 20 years, over 20 years, you can do that. Like, look, this is what we made back in the 80s. It's still being made now. It's kind of cool. But yeah, then they went to the 950 and 1300 in the same style that Stephanie's bike is.
Yeah.
And now they don't actually make those anymore.
Yeah. What was last year for V-Star?
The last year the V-Star was 2017.
Because What year was the first year for the Bolt?
2013.
Okay, so the Bolt came in while the V-Star was still in production?
And the Bolt was a 950. So the V-Star 950 got dropped.
In favor of the Bolt.
In favor of the Bolt.
Okay.
And then they started
Which
producing...
the Bolt was going after Sportster market.
Yeah.
They were like, come buy a Yamaha Bolt. It's cheaper by like $400.
Yeah. And
Because they were still expensive.
Yes.
So.
But they also, during that time, I'm sure the Yamaha Roadliner, Stratoliner, Midnight Star, all those.
Yeah.
And those were all they were 1854cc V-twins. Made a whopping 95 horsepower and 123 foot-pounds of torque. Which is actually not bad. But Yamaha only makes 3 V-twins right now. Like, total. That's all they make.
Do they still make the Bolt?
They still make the Bolt. They still make the V-Star 250. And they make the Star Venture.
The Venture Star.
No. Star Venture is how they advertise it on their website.
Didn't it used to be called a Venture Star or something?
It used to have, it used to be the Roadstar Venture.
That's what it is.
But the Roadstar is a 4-cylinder.
V4.
It's a V4.
Okay.
But the current Star Venture is a 113 cubic inch V-twin. The same engine, essentially, that's in the Roadliner, Stratoliner, Midnight Star, all those.
But they don't make any of those anymore.
They don't make any of those anymore. They just make the Star Venture, which is essentially a V-twin Goldwing. I mean, really, if you want to...
I think it looks like a Victory Vision if I'm picturing that thing.
Yeah, like the big Victory Chieftain, I think is what they call it now. The newest models.
Well, Victory's not around anymore. No.
I was thinking Indian. Sorry.
Yeah, no. What I'm thinking is a Victory Vision.
Because I didn't even look at Victory because I just don't care.
You'd have to see a Victory Vision.
Yeah.
Because you'll see it and you'll be like,
they're weird.
What in the Captain Picard Star Trek thing is this?
Yeah. Legit.
It literally looks like the USS Enterprise.
I could believe that. That's how the Star Venture looks. It looks like some futuristic crap.
I bet you I'm going to look at the Star Venture and then I'm going to show you that.
Like, this is the same motorcycle.
Wow. I thought Victory was dead.
We don't actually know that Yamaha bought Victory just to eliminate their competition.
Suzuki should have bought them so they could have had a Victory.
Yeah, because the only thing Suzuki made in the 80s was the Intruder, which is the worst name that I could ever... Yeah, that looks like...
Let's see what you got.
That's
a Vision.
Yep.
Yep.
Looks like it's from outer space.
Pull up Yamaha Star Venture.
Yep. And it's
pull it like 22. You can search 2022 Star Venture.
Because it's the exact same motorcycle. It looks the exact same.
That's what I was thinking because I've seen something that has that full blade sided on it.
There's actually a guy that comes out to the dealership that's got a Star Venture. He's got a white one.
Did you find it? Yeah. Well. So yes, that's the newest.
That's the newest one, but they did have.
Yeah, I remember that because when they changed to that body style, the very first thing I went and said was, "Oh look, they took the front end from an R1 and made it fat," because that's what they do with the headlights and everything.
Yeah.
All right.
So I want to. We can talk. So far we've been talking about. I'm going to use the term loosely, cruiser-style motorcycles. Talking about more modern production.
Yeah, but it's not just cruisers that run V-twins.
You are correct. So I have a lovely 3 pages of V-twin motorcycles that are not cruisers.
Oh.
Okay, well, let's do this. I'm going to break it like this because we're at 45 minutes right now.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, so I'm going to break it like this.
I did too much research.
You did a lot.
Ducati only makes
an L-twin.
A V-twin motorcycle.
They also make V4s as well.
Well, yeah, but that's new.
Correct.
Like within the past 5 years that they've started V4 production.
That
correct?
is correct.
Okay. So
Ducati started in 1971 with the GT750, which was the first V-twin from Ducati. That was based off of the 1964 Apollo, which was a V4. Actually, they made a V4 in 1964.
I bet you it was a lot different then.
It was a 1260cc V4. But, and then...
See, I told you a lot different because now they're 1288s.
Yeah, totally different. 1974 is when they started coming out with the...
I bet you're going to tell me it was carbureted too, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, they were all carbureted. The Desmo valves. Desmodromic valves.
I know more about Ducati already than I wanted to know.
And they pretty much go 86, they had the 851, 91, they did the 888, 94, the 916, which turned into the 996, and
yes,
the 998 and the 999, which are the
only 3 Ducatis that
Yes,
ever mattered.
absolutely.
996, 998, 999.
I literally have a little line at the bottom here. Best ones. 996, 998,
Best
999. Those are the only ones that really matter.
Dual stack, little tiny round lights.
Yep. They look so good, though.
Mostly hidden, yet still enough exposed, trellis framing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We can just stop at Ducati. So,
Go away.
here's going to be the easiest thing. See if you have this research. Yamaha. Do we have any Yamaha sport bike V-twins?
Yes.
Okay, I don't need a history lesson.
I'm not going to give you a history lesson.
What are they?
There are 2.
This is a short list.
It's a short list. In 1981, they came out with the XV 920R.
I don't know
Heather,
what
can
that
you
is.
pull up a picture?
Okay,
So 1981 they only made it for 2 years because it didn't
Yeah.
sell. Nobody bought it.
yeah.
It was a 75-degree V-twin 2-valve, made 65 horsepower and 56 foot-pounds of torque.
Oh, and of course, I'm sitting here asking if they have one. The other one would be an MT-09.
No. MT-01.
MT-01.
Yes. Which they made from 2005 to 2012.
Right. But that would have been the other bike.
Yes.
We literally just talked about
We did.
that last night.
That's the thing we just had the conversation about. A 1670cc V-twin
Yeah.
that made 88 horsepower. It's very depressing.
Is
But
that-
it looks cool.
Is that it?
Yes. That was Yamaha's V-twin standard style motorcycle in the 80s. It's actually kind of cool looking.
Okay, so that was Yamaha.
Yeah.
Kawasaki.
Kawasaki doesn't do a V-twin that's not a Vulcan. Except for one. In 2004 to 2005, they made the KLV 1000.
Heather?
Okay.
That was a competitor to the V-Strom 1000. It was an adventure bike. And it did not sell very well.
So was it like a 1000cc V-twin KLR?
Kinda. Yeah, actually kinda. It was a 996cc, 90-degree V-twin. It made 98 horsepower and 101 foot-pounds of torque.
It's not that bad looking.
Yeah, but it only sold for the 2 years, 2004 to 2005, and then it just kind of, they stopped selling it.
It's not bad looking.
Because nobody really,
It's not terrible.
nobody bought it because they make the KLR.
Yeah.
Like, why would you buy that when you could just
So-
get a KLR?
So Suzuki TL
Yeah.
Suzuki made the TL 1000S
Mhm.
in 1997
and the 1000R,
and the 1000R.
which I don't think was 97. What was that? The S was the first one?
The S was the first one in 97. The R came in 2001.
Okay.
And, I mean, 135 horsepower, 78 foot-pounds of torque. Super water-cooled 996cc. Super cool motorcycle. I mean, they're awesome.
Yeah. And then, of course, if we want to, in that same group, I mean, well, not if we want to. Also in that same group is the SV 650, SV 1000.
Correct.
Whether it was the S or, well, I guess it was the S Or just SV?
Yeah, they had the SV1000 and then they had the SV1000S.
Right. Well, they also had with the 650.
With the 650.
Yeah. But you also, that same engine that was in the SV was also technically in the V-Strom 650 and V-Strom 1000. Now, the old V-Stroms, I'm not going to sit here and go, that's a V-twin sport bike. No. The new V-Stroms, those are dope.
Yeah. Well, they've gone to a 1050. They started in 2020 with a 1050 V-Strom. They don't do the 1000 anymore.
Yeah, but what was it, 16 or 17 was when they brought the V-Strom back out with the body change?
Yeah. But the original V-Strom engine, the original 1000, was the TL 1000 engine.
Was it really?
It was the exact same one that was in the SV 1000, and it was the same one that was in the original V-Strom 1000.
So
it was tuned differently, but it was the same engine.
What was first, SV or V-Strom?
The VX 800. the TLS 1000 was the first.
I know the TL was before both of those.
The SV 1999.
Like, I was wondering if they said, hey, this engine used to be in a road bike and now we have an adventure bike. Let's build another road bike. Yeah. Or if they said, this engine would probably work in an off-road application.
So the SV 650 came out in 99. Yeah. The V-Strom 650 came out in 2004.
Okay.
So it's the exact same engine that's in the 650 and the 1000. They also...
Dude, I remember in high school, I wanted an SV 650 so bad. And not an S, a regular just
I still want an SV 650.
I would like to have an SV 1000S.
They have that little front fairing on the front. Yeah, it's just so cool looking.
It's like a mid fairing.
So, I only found one of these in modern production. And when I say modern, I mean 80s and 90s. A two-stroke V-twin. Modern,
And we were just talking about Suzuki, so is it Suzuki?
It is an RGV 250. It is a 249cc 90-degree V-twin. And it made 70 horsepower from 8,000 to 11,000 RPM.
I reckon.
And it was a two-stroke. Had a 0 to 60 of 3.7 seconds.
Wow. You said a 250?
It's a 250. 249cc. 3.7 seconds, 0 to 60.
Well.
You know what that sounds like? It goes, wing, wing.
Yes.
Wing.
That's as the guy loops it into oblivion.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't be that quiet going by. And if we're talking Japanese bikes, we got to mention the Honda RC51.
Yes.
The king.
Yes.
The king.
I will give the RC51 king status for one reason and one reason alone, and it has nothing to do with prior ownership.
I feel like it does, though.
I feel like it does.
No, it absolutely does not.
All right. Why is that?
Because the sole purpose that it was made for.
The Superbike World Championship.
Because Ducati kept winning and somebody wanted to knock Ducati off their throne. Yep. So Honda said, we'll try it. And guess what they did? Correct right to the knees of Ducati.
Yep. That is exactly what happened.
So that is why I will put the Honda RC51 on the throne as king of the V-twin sport bikes.
Oh, yeah.
And I would agree with that. Yes. They also use that
You thought I was going to go, because I used to own one.
They also use that in the VTR 1000F, which is also known as the Superhawk or the Firestorm.
The Firehawk. The Superhawk.
Superhawk or Firestorm.
So Superhawk...
Depending on what part of the world
you're in. So Superhawk 996.
Yes. No. Superhawk 996 in the US, it was a 996cc, but it was officially named the VTR 1000F.
Yes, but it's Superhawk 996.
Correct.
Also carbureted.
Yes. Also carbureted.
RC injected.
It was injected.
Well, throttle body injected.
They made the RC 133 horsepower and 71 foot-pounds of torque for the road-going model, not the race bike, obviously.
Yeah.
That I don't have numbers for. All right, so I have a fun little
I
question.
tell you the difference between the big difference, and I would like to see, and the RC is going to beat it just because of its capabilities to do it. But like my bike versus an RC, just eighth of a mile or whatever,
Yeah.
because
You have more torque.
I have a lot more torque. Now I weigh twice as much.
True.
But the big difference though in that factor is I can't spin up.
Yeah, you don't have that
As
high
fast.
RPM.
Well, it's not that I don't have as high of a RPM, but I can't. I don't rev from idle to 6,000 as fast as that RC
No.
does.
But you also look at your piston size compared to a 996. It's a lot smaller in the 996. The pistons.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So
But I would like to see a race between a Sportster S.
I think that would actually be kind of close. But then again, you're talking about
I brought a
20.
Sportster S, different seating position, which can lend to a different feel.
Yeah.
Still feel like a Sportster S would whoop that RC's butt.
You're probably right. The Sportster S makes more power, both
So
horsepower and torque.
I mean, like I said, it's not that it's one of those situations where it's like, oh, I've rode an RC before. No, I put like 14,000 miles on one in 12 months.
Yeah, just a few miles.
Yeah.
just a few.
On when was given to me, the person that held title, have I ever told this on the podcast?
I don't think so.
I think I have. Have I explained it before?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay, so I had an RC51, but I had what they would refer to as maintenance rights. Okay, which simply meant I had a friend that had a plethora of motorcycles. RC51 was one of the collection. Was his least favorite motorcycle. He also had a Firehawk, or Super Hawk, I mean.
Cool.
That he actually liked better.
Well, the Super Hawk was more of a street going motorcycle. It was set up to actually ride it.
So he didn't ride the RC. He'd ride it every once in a while. It sat.
Yeah.
It needed tires. Didn't have the back seat on it.
Mm-hmm.
Fork seals were blown. Needed new grips. Needed full service. All that other stuff. And I asked to borrow his RC. I was like, hey man, I've never had a chance to ride one. I had a buddy that had one. He loved it. Can I borrow your RC? And he goes, I never ride it. And at this time, I had what bike do we have?
Do you have the Katana?
No, we had the 599. I'm pretty sure.
No, we had the
599.
the 599.
Which is also a great motorcycle.
Yeah. So I was like, can I borrow it? Because he had also literally in the 2 years prior to this had bought a S1000R the first year they came out.
Mm-hmm.
The year before that, bought a CBR 1000.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
And he rode the CBR 1000 a lot.
Yeah. The S1000 was his weekend toy.
Yeah.
The CBR was his daily rider.
I'm working on that. I'm working to get
So, but he was like, yeah, man, you can borrow it all you want. He goes, it's a horrible riding bike. The original intentions was I was going to borrow it for about a month.
Yeah.
Get it fixed up good. Take it down to Florida with us. I go through all this process. I fix everything, get a new seat, get the bike in tip-top premium shape. Literally took the plastics off of it, cleaned the plastics.
You cleaned something?
Yeah, detailed
Right.
everything out.
Who are you?
He's a different person now.
Yeah.
I'm actually Lewis. So
Some Scooby-Doo shit.
Right?
but no, like the bike was mint
Yeah.
when I got done with it, and I called him up and I was like, hey, bring your bike back to you. And he was like, just hang on to it. And he goes, because literally, like, when I picked it up from him, he goes, oh, hey, hang on. Went and checked the mailbox, pulled his registration out of the mailbox, put the sticker on it. He's like, and the insurance is up to date too. So when I called him, he was like, just hang on to it. I'm not riding it. If you're having a good time with it, just ride it. And I was like, are you going to ride my bike any? Because, I mean, that's fun. He's like, no, probably not. And I was like, well, I need to come get my bike so it doesn't just sit there.
Yeah.
So I got my bike. So for a while there, the 599 sat at the work,
Mm-hmm.
and we were riding the RC, and we literally, the tag expired. He called me and goes, "Hey man, I got the registration in the mail for the tag renewal." And I go, "Okay, cool." So I took the bike back over to his house and dropped it off. So that's how long I had the bike for.
Wow.
But for all intents and purposes, it was my motorcycle to do with as I saw fit.
Yeah.
I carried insurance that would fix it if it was broke. And I took care of full maintenance and everything. That being said, some people would go, "Well, that's not ownership." Okay.
It's pretty much ownership.
There's a lot of people that do that because say the motorcycle belongs to your father or your brother and you're the one that takes care of it and rides it all the time. That's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
This just so happened to be a good friend that had a large collection. Technically, Trey has an FXR, but it's not his.
His Road King's not his either.
The Road... the Road King...
Is that a gray area?
The
Just
Road-
because him and his dad have the same name?
Yeah, so well, here's the thing about the Road King. The Road King is his dad's. Okay? Yeah. But the Road King is also his. Like, something ever happens, it's his bike. Okay? Yeah. Before his dad does anything with the Road King, he asks him about it.
Makes sense.
The FXR and the Heritage legitimately belong to somebody that is not family.
Yeah.
They belong to the guy that his dad works for.
Okay.
But the dude has so much stuff that he's taken care of it for years.
Yeah.
So he's like, do with it as you see fit.
Yeah.
It's not a bad way to have a
motorcycle.
motorcycle.
It's not a bad idea.
No, not at all. Largest production V-twin. Well, all right. Two part questions. Largest production and largest one-off V-twin.
By the way, it's almost time for Chop Right Set.
Yeah. After this, we'll be done.
Largest one-off V-twin.
Yes, and then largest production V-twin.
Okay, so largest one-off V-twin. Is this in cubic inches or cc's?
It is going to be in cubic inches.
Okay.
And it's probably going to be higher than you're thinking.
What do you think that I'm thinking?
Just say what
you're probably thinking somewhere around the 200 cubic inch size.
Well, if it's bigger than that, then yeah, you've already beat me. I was thinking like 189, 190.
410 cubic inches.
What in the heck, dude? That's like 5,000 cc's.
Yes. It is called the Gun Bus. It is a 410 cubic inch motorcycle that is 11 feet long.
Oh, my.
It weighs 1,400 pounds. It has 348 horsepower and 523 foot-pounds of torque.
How big is a piston?
It's like a dinner plate. It costs $350,000.
Oh, my.
There's absolutely no point.
No, that was somebody said, I have the biggest engine.
So that's the biggest one-off motorcycle.
That is a one-off motorcycle.
Okay, now the biggest
production
V-twin.
Correct.
This is off factory floor.
This is off of a manufacturer sells this. You can buy this from them. It's going to be special order, but you can buy it.
Okay, but I want to clarify. Because this is where you get tricky in the Harley world.
Yeah, that's true.
I consider the 131 as a production motor because Harley makes it and sells it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean.
So, but we're not talking about production. We're talking about the biggest available.
No, this is a production.
It's production.
We're talking about production.
Oh.
Like something that I could, if I said I want this motorcycle, I can buy it.
I feel like it's not the 131 though.
No, it is not. That is the second largest that you can buy from a production manufacturer.
Oh, it's probably Indian.
Nope. Confederate motorcycles. I count them as production.
I don't.
they do actually produce special order motorcycles.
So I don't for two reasons.
I've never even heard of them.
Well, hang on. I don't for two reasons. Number one, Confederate motorcycles technically no longer exist.
They reopened
Under a different name.
under a different name, but it is still Confederate motorcycles.
But it's not.
Yes.
They literally changed their entire company.
That is true. But a lot of their motorcycles are based off the 117 M8.
So, but number two, they don't, like, saying their production is like saying Arch's production.
That is true. I mean, yes.
You know what I mean?
But I feel like the way I was looking at it, they do actually have like a model lineup if you want to buy this one, this one, or this one.
So I've been to Confederate's place in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not a factory. It's more like a motorcycle shop where guys are building bikes in the back.
Which is, yeah. I mean, like I said, Harley Davidson's 131.
I would consider,
if we want to go,
if you wanted to go production company like that, like saying the 131 from Harley is what you would consider a production one. I'm going to give you Harley.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's why I say that though. There's companies that make like, I don't even remember what that company was. There was a company that was making like a 151. I think there's a company now that makes a 154. And all these are based off the M8 platform.
Yeah. See, I was trying to not consider those.
But that's the same thing Confederate's done. Because they're not making their engine. They're taking the engine basis and probably buying parts from these people and building this engine.
That is true. That is probably they're taking the 131 Harley and making it slightly bigger.
Right, which is no different than what half the dealers across the country are doing.
True.
Because there are dealers, I'm not going to say their names, but there are dealers, Harley-Davidson dealers, in the country that have engines that have their own stamp on them. These engines are being produced by companies that are larger displacements than 131s.
Oh, I agree.
So would you not, in your reference, would you not say it's the same thing? Now, Confederate, how big is their engine?
132.
Cool. Because the company I'm talking about does a 149.
Oh, my.
There you go.
And it has their own name stamped on the side of it. But guess what? They don't make their parts. But technically Harley doesn't either. So anyways, time for Chop Rod Sale.
We forgot the best bike ever.
What?
Oh.
The V-Rod?
The furry.
We're not talking
The
about
furry?
a 1300cc furry.
The furry. No, let's not go there.
Just so everyone knows, I have about 20 pages of V-twin stuff.
An hour and 7 minutes.
And I did like 8 hours of research.
We didn't even talk about this.
Well, that's Harley stuff. Oh no, that's all V-twin production from like 1899 to 1905, which is another 15 pages.
God bless.
That's
The first
engine.
Hang on. What did you say the first V-twin was?
The first motorcycle V-twin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say, the first gasoline-powered V-twin engine, Heather, keep passing out the chips, was in 1889 by Germany's...
I'm shaking them up, so I'm doing.
Gotenlieb Daimler.
Yep.
Daimler?
Patent the first petrol. I like how it says petrol and then in parentheses, gasoline.
Well,
like you don't know what petrol is.
We are stupid. Thank you, dear.
And sold to Peugeot.
Mm-hmm. But so they used that in cars actually, and they also used it for like water pumps and like generators and things like that. So the first motorcycle was the French one in 1901. Ah. The actual production motorcycle.
Yeah.
But there are literally 100 different manufacturers that made V-twin motorcycles in that 1900 to.
I like how you failed to mention that the Universal Motorcycles. Okay. The company operated only in 1901.
Yep.
Only.
I didn't say how long they lasted.
They're like the people on YouTube that are like, first That's all I got.
Yep. That's
That's all I got.
yeah. But that's, like I said, it was the number one. And really, there is so much engine development. It's hard to narrow it down, which is kind of why I started going into the random facts of V-twins. Like, what was the largest? What was the first? You know, I think that's a little bit more topical than going through engine development for 120 years.
True that, yeah.
So, all right, Heather, what do we got?
All right, so
Because we are doing Chop Ride Sell.
Chop Ride Sell. I have a M8 Softail.
Okay.
A 83 can of tuna.
Okay.
And a Huracan.
Hyclon?
No, it is a Hurricane.
Hurricane. This is one of the...
Oh, that's a Honda Hurricane.
Okay. I don't know what that one is, I don't think.
It's a Honda 1000cc or a 1100cc sport bike. But I'll pull up a picture. Look at.
Well, the M8 Softail, I'm probably going to customize that. More than likely. Okay, yeah.
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 The Honda Hurricane.
The Honda Hurricane.
It's actually a really cool looking motorcycle.
What is it? It's been a while since I've seen one.
It's not that bad, actually. It's not terrible.
Do you know what an 83 can of tuna looks like?
The same thing.
It's
No, because it only has the plastics around the headlight.
Yeah.
I vaguely know what it looks like.
He's pulling one up.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to customize the Softail?
Yes, of course.
What are you doing? Club style, Cholo?
I kind of want to do like a club style.
Yeah.
I'm more into that now than yeah.
Which one you just ride?
Honestly, by the looks of like size-wise, probably the Katana because it looks smaller or less fat.
The Honda Hurricane is a larger motorcycle.
It looks larger, so I'd probably just sell that
I
one.
think they're both 1100.
The Katana was also a 600. They also had a 600 Katana.
And the 83, I think it was 1100 only.
They had a 83 600.
Look, just
That's
because
what it
we
pulled up.
just talked about V-twins doesn't mean jack. What
I
are your
don't-
three chips? Let's keep going.
I have the lovely Harley Davidson Z90 again.
Again.
I have the Kawasaki W800, which is a new one. I don't think we pulled that.
We're gonna
out.
have to have a retired chip stack.
We might need
Yeah,
to.
we're gonna have to.
And I have the Sportster S.
What'd you say? The W800?
I have the W800,
Okay.
which is Kawasaki's twin cylinder
I'm aware
retro
what the
classic.
W800 is.
Well, maybe there's someone that's listening that doesn't know. And the Sportster S.
We don't have any new listeners.
That is true.
We have the same 12 people that have been listening
Same
since the
12
beginning.
people. We love y'all.
And two of them are us.
And then one of them's Ben.
Yeah.
One of them's Jeremy.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I'm going to sell the Z90. I don't need it. I'm going to ride the W800 because I just think that's a cool motorcycle as it is. And I'm going to figure out a way to make the Sportster S get the same power output as the Pan America.
Although on paper it is lower.
It doesn't feel lower, I'm sure.
I think it would whoop a Pan America's butt in a race.
I'm just going to make more power. I'm not going to do anything else to it. I'm going to see how much power that Rev Max 1250 can do.
So I have. Oh, excuse me.
Are you leaping?
Yeah, well, but I have an Ultra Glide, so a TK, RK, whatever you want to call it. I have a GSXR Matte Mladen edition.
Ooh.
And then I have Daniel's most feared thing in the world.
Oh, don't you talk about those 8-legged creatures.
Daniel's afraid of spiders.
Lord.
So that was hilarious. So real quick, we had a dealer ride last Saturday, and out of nowhere, was this person friends with somebody,
I don't know.
or they just saw the group and go, "I'm going to go with them"?
They parked behind us at the battlefield and then just
Yeah.
left with us.
Yeah.
But they weren't with us.
No, they weren't
No.
with us on the way there.
They
Okay.
were not with us until we got to the battlefield.
Me and Daniel are talking on our comms, and he goes, I have a spider behind me. And he was followed by a spider, and he kept worrying he was going to get rear-ended by this car that was behind him. So anyway, if you hadn't figured out which one I'm selling yet.
Well,
Hopefully it's the spider.
Hopefully.
Or you're just going to follow me around with it.
just be
The objects
Don't
in the
make
mirror.
me change my choices.
be
The objects
creeper.
in the mirror were a lot closer
The
than I wanted
creeper.
them to be.
So yes, I'm selling the spider. That itsy bitsy spider went down the water spout.
Yep.
I am just going to ride the GSXR.
Yes, good.
Yep, I'm gonna ride that Matt Milan edition, the Ultra Glide.
Do like
C exhaust bars, just make it
Yeah.
more suitable for my comfort,
absolutely.
realistically. And I'd really like to have something like that. Actually, I took my trunk off my box.
Mm-hmm.
Your trunk off your box.
Yeah, I took the box off the back of the bike
Yeah.
because I was like, it's wintertime, I don't need it anymore. Somebody apparently has been griping that I took the box off the back of the motorcycle.
Well, it held my purse very nicely.
Just give
Oh
her a
my
backpack.
Hey everybody, this is Sean at White Lightning Harley Davidson. I want to thank you for listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You can reach the podcast on Facebook or Instagram at The Daily Biker, or you can email the podcast at thedailybiker@gmail.com. Be sure to keep an eye on White Lightning Harley Davidson's social media pages for the most up-to-date information on all our events and where you can find the boys.